Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also, just tuning in through our friends online, thanks to iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all are with us as well. Well, we've talked a lot on this program, I have to say, especially over the past year and a half, about how the pandemic has really disrupted things in so many ways, especially when it comes to health. We've talked about how it has impacted children and how telehealth services can be able to help, but also how for those who may not be able to have the internet connections that they need, how that can be something that does consider to hinder them. One thing we may not think about, though, is how it impacts our veterans. In fact, according to the Veterans Health Administration's office, 35% of rural veterans do not have the internet access that would help support them when it comes to their VA telehealth and other online VA services. But there is help out there. And here to talk to us about it, we're excited to welcome Dr. Leonie Hayworth to our program to share with us what the VA is doing to help bridge that divide. Dr. Hayworth, thank you so much for this information. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Cyrus, for having me on your show.
Hey, the pleasure's definitely all mine. And we have talked, I have to say, on this program over the past year and a half in particular about normally this topic when it comes to parents and their children, when it comes to dealing with the telehealth and making sure that their kids are able to connect with their doctors. But how has the pandemic impacted how VA delivers care to veterans as well?
Great question. And throughout the pandemic, the VA has really been focused on access to care, and specifically telehealth care has been more important and more popular than ever before, with veterans choosing to receive telehealth services in their homes and in their communities. We saw over a 1,500% increase in video visits this year relative to the year before because of the pandemic. So now about 30% of veterans have received some kind of their care through telehealth services. And first, as you pointed out, a number of our veterans, particularly those who live in rural areas, may have challenges accessing the internet and accessing our telehealth services. So we have a number of programs at VA that are set up to help with that, and excited to be here to tell you a little bit more about those today.
Appreciate that. We've been talking about the digital divide on this program, Dr. Hayworth, and the impact that it can have. How has that impacted veterans, as you were just mentioning, and how is the VA now, through the Office of Connected Care, trying to help to bridge that?
Great question. So the digital divide, what you brought up, let me just explain what that is for a moment. The digital divide is the gap between people who have internet access and an internet-connected device like a computer, a smartphone, or a tablet, and those who don't. So this divide prevents many of our veterans from receiving health care through telehealth. And so, the VA is really committed to offering veterans the choice of having these services in their homes or in their communities if they wish. So let me tell you about a couple of things we have going on to help veterans where this might be a challenge. So we have the Digital Divide Consult, and the Digital Divide Consult is a process that connects veterans who don't have internet access, perhaps can't afford it, have difficulty accessing it, don't have a device, with these resources. So a veterans care team can refer the veteran to a VA social worker who can determine the veteran's eligibility for these programs. The other thing we have is the VA Internet Connected Devices Program. And what this is a service that lends VA veterans an internet-connected iPad so that veterans can reach their VA care teams through telehealth from a location of their choice. And to date, we have more than 100,000 iPads all around the country in the hands of veterans who are using them to receive VA telehealth services. The other thing I'll add for veterans who are using our VA Video Connect platform on their own device, subscribers to AT&T, SafeLink by TracFone, T-Mobile, and Verizon help these subscribers avoid data charges when using VA Video Connect. And those associated charges with that video visit, so veterans can worry less about their data fees.
Mm-hmm.
And for those veterans in rural areas and in select places across the country, we have an initiative called ATLAS, which stands for Accessing Telehealth Through Local Area Stations. And this is a program where VA has teamed up with public and private organizations, including the American Legion, Veterans of Foreign Wars, Philips North America, and Walmart, to bring telehealth services to a secure and private location so that veterans can choose, if they don't have internet at home, to receive telehealth services in their community at one of these veteran service organizations, at Walmart, to have that care with their VA care teams.
Wow. Well, as I mentioned, with 35% of these rural veterans not having that internet access, it's great to see how the VA is able to offer this assistance and to help to bridge that digital divide. Again, everyone, Dr. Leonie Hayworth is our guest. She's talking with us not only about the work that the VA is doing to be able to help veterans during the pandemic, but also the initiatives that are in place to help them to stay connected and to get the health care that they need. So, Dr. Hayworth, how can our audience find out more information about what you've mentioned here?
More information about VA's telehealth services and for VA's efforts to bridge the digital divide, please visit telehealth.va.gov.
Okay, and we will make sure that we link that up for our audience joining us online. That's telehealth.va.gov. Again, everyone, Dr. Hayworth, I really appreciate you stopping by and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Thank you. Great to be on.
Thank you, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.